Match week 2, and George, as you predicted, a big Chelsea win. Just what you needed.
Just what we needed.
Pedro on fire. Great work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, I think West Ham were poor. Let's be honest, West Ham were poor, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. And Chelsea, not of last year, but of a couple of years ago, would have crumbled at 1-0 down away at West Ham, no matter how bad West Ham were. We did literally 2 seasons ago. We went 1-0 down and we were pants. So yeah, poor West Ham team, but we dispatched them 5-1. Could have been more, very comfortable. Esteban looks sharp, and it's just great he's just an exciting player. He's one of these players that you want to watch. He'll get you out your seat. He'll do something a bit exciting, which are few and far between in the Premier League. And at 18 years old, I think, we've got a talent there.
Yeah, yeah. And no Cole Palmer.
Yeah, which is another thing, because without Cole Palmer in the past, we've been stuffed. So it shows we can play without him. Obviously better with him still, I think. But yeah, it was pleasing to see how we perform without him for sure.
What do you think of their second goal that got disallowed?
As offside.
It's unlucky. It's close.
It was tight. It was
It
tight.
was,
It was
yeah,
tighter
it
than,
was tight.
it was tighter than it
It
looked.
was it was tight, but it was offside. So that's
Do
what
you
I
think
think
it
about
would have
that.
impacted the game a bit?
Well, yeah, obviously a goal impacts a game, but Cucurella played him offside on purpose, and he was offside. So that's the end of that, isn't it?
It's
Really?
close.
Close, but that's why you
He's
got
thinking
VAR.
about that Arsenal United game that Ten Hag used to have bad dreams about, isn't he? That's why he's bringing that up.
I'm not bringing it.
And then, do you know what? I will move on to United. Another shocker, a missed penalty, uh, wimp of a penalty taker who was crying because a referee pushed into him.
Pathetic.
I
That is
mean,
pathetic.
it was bullying. It was, a tactic to put him off his game. I think there should be serious look at what the ref did there.
I expect the
Jesus.
victim stuff from
There should
Scout,
be an
but
inquiry.
not.
But
Yeah.
generally,
You saw
before
United
these,
held themselves to a higher level than that, and look at them
look
now.
at these, look at these boys not
Pathetic.
giving me a chance, right? So
Go on then.
If you
generally,
talk
the
nonsense, you don't deserve a chance.
look at them, both of them teaming up with their caps on. They've been out painting St George's crosses on mini roundabouts. Um, I will say nothing new from United compared to last year. To be honest, the first game against Arsenal, although a defeat, gave us hope, and then it basically took, I think, about 15, 20 minutes into the game to go back to old habits. Like the first 15 minutes, amazing, we were brilliant, and it's like, oh my god, this is incredible, the new United. And then they went, nah, don't be fooled, everyone. We're still the old United, and we
So,
went back to
so
just
what you were,
playing
so what you were saying
nothing.
two weeks ago about how game changer up front,
It's
60
the
goals.
same.
No, no,
It's
no,
the
no.
same every
Hang on.
single
Here we
It
year.
go.
really is. He just
It's
summed
the
up there,
same
didn't he? He went, yeah,
every year.
10 minutes, 10
Yeah,
first minutes, unbelievable, incredible. Like,
yeah. No.
you strung 10 passes together, great. Like,
Yeah,
just calm.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
clearly
You
it's
gotta
the
break.
same every start of every season. You sign a couple of big names. You're like, here we go, United are back. We're gonna fucking do it. First game happens, or yeah, okay, lost it, but all right, yeah, we're still gonna do it.
Didn't
I've
say
never
that.
seen a fan base lose 1-0 and be like, oh my god, we're guaranteed top four. Like, look how good
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are.
yeah. There was
Um,
loads of shouts for that. But I
yeah,
tell you what, we are nailed on
yeah,
for top four after
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was
Exactly.
exactly
No,
like,
You
oh,
never said that.
yeah.
Never said
You
but
that.
no,
lost
but
to an
Man
No,
Arsenal
Utd.
team that underperformed. Like Arsenal didn't play well and they still beat you. So there was
calm
no
down.
positive take from it. There weren't many. And then Fulham happens, Grimsby happens, and everyone's realised, oh fuck, we're still shit.
And it's not even the
Oh,
end of August yet.
hang on,
Yeah.
hang on, hang
And not
on.
even the end of August, and all you're playing for is the FA Cup.
Hey,
And let's
Kellen,
face it, there's no chance
You
there.
can't give me a yellow card. They don't show up, right?
No, no, go on, carry on. Your turn.
Hey,
All
asking
right.
for a yellow card's a yellow card.
It is indeed.
Look, just because he's got Donald Trump lighting in his calm fuck down, right? Uh, what I'm saying is,
That's dumb. Trump
yes,
light.
yes, yes, putting 10 passes together is amazing for us because we couldn't string 3 passes last season. So if you're comparing us to us, yeah, I'm not comparing it to any other team. I'm just comparing United to
It's
United.
nonsense.
The first 15 minutes, there was a good pace to the game. We were attacking. We looked dangerous. Last season, we didn't even
But
look
then
dangerous.
you get sussed
Hang
out
on.
straight away because you won't.
Yeah.
Let me finish. Let
Go
me
on.
finish.
You didn't score. You didn't do
And then-
anything.
No, we didn't score, but we looked like we actually knew what we were doing. Last season, honestly, it looked like 11 guys had turned up on match day and they just got put together, right? The last couple of seasons have been like that. But we looked like we knew, and then obviously it went tits up. And that's what I mean.
And
we go
Grimsby?
back to those, we go back to those
But
bad
it
habits.
goes tits up because he sets up the same way. He doesn't change
Yeah.
it. And then the opposition manager, like I think Marco Silva even said, yeah, we just had to change a couple of things and then we're back in
Easy.
it. Oh,
He's
Like-
playing
so this
Bruno. He's playing Bruno in a midfield 2 with Casemiro.
I
On
mean,
what planet? Bruno's one of the best 10s in the league, and he's playing in there, and he's been awful there every
So
game.
what I
Like,
will say-
what's going on?
So in the first 10, 15 minutes, right, it worked because we had the ball. All Fulham had to do, and I know this sounds mental, Fulham had the ball and they realized very quickly you can just pass the ball through the midfield. The midfield, Bruno and Casemiro were non-existent in that game. And you know what? I'm not blaming them. Bruno had a terrible game, but I'm not blaming them. They shouldn't be in that position. Those two shouldn't be there together. Neither of them
No,
are
they shouldn't
ball
be.
winners.
It's bad management. It's poor management.
It's poor management because you haven't put a disruptor in there who can win the ball and give it to Bruno and Casemiro. Casemiro's now
Right, no,
a player.
not
He's
give it
not
to
going to be able to
Casemiro.
break down. You give him. Like a connector, right?
No, he's a reserve player at best on
He's a
400k
good-
a week, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
He's a most expensive squad
you
player.
need to clean house. You need to just get.
Yeah.
All these managers keep coming in. It's the same thing. Ollie comes in, and then Ten Hag comes in, Amorim comes in. What the one thing they've not addressed? It's like and look, it didn't take me long to bring up Arteta, but what he did do was come in and go, right, pay off
I
Otis,
agree.
get him out. Aubameyang, pay him off, get him out. Don't care if he's captain, don't care if he scores goals. We need a culture reset, and someone needs
Absolutely.
to do. And then you have to have some patience. But I mean, all you
I
can
mean,
do
in
is
fairness, I
over and
do
over
think
again.
Amarim's done that to a degree. He's done that with
He's
Rashford. He's done
trying
that
to
with.
do
Well,
that.
question
Don't
is,
forget-
especially even after Grimsby, will he stay?
No, he's a
Um,
marked man, mate. He's gone.
You know, it's
It was stay for now, but he's
look.
I don't
I mean,
think he'll be here end of the season.
Even if he
don't
wins
think he'll
a
be here at
couple of games,
Christmas.
prolonging the inevitable, like
Burnley's
he'll be gone by
must-win
March.
game.
It's a bit like,
what I would say,
Ole as well. Similar, right? Under the cosh, won a couple of games just to keep him going.
Yeah, they'll turn up against City and get a draw or something, and everyone will go, "See, look, we can play," and then it'll buy them.
Include yes, yeah.
let me go back to what I do normally say about like coming back against City or playing well against the better teams. There's more rubbish teams than there are good teams. United in the past won the title. They would get the double done over them by Arsenal, but they'd beat the rest of them. You've got to beat the rest of them, right? United can't beat the rest of them. As far as Amorim, you saw with Ten Hag.
Are United one of the rest of them?
You saw with Ten Hag, I back the manager. So I'm still backing him. But
It's just blind faith. It's
Yeah.
but I'm not a Chelsea fan who's like, changes his managers.
but
more
we
than
get
his
rid of
underwear.
managers and we win things.
Absolutely. And it's just like saying Arteta clears out everything, right? And United haven't, but they've won trophies in that time, but Arsenal haven't. But that's a different thing. What I'm saying is I will back the manager for a couple of, you got to give him a couple of years, right? But the difference...
A couple of years?
He's had nearly a year.
No, so this season. I'd give him this season, is what I'm saying.
But don't you have to see...
I would let him.
Don't you have to
complete the
see
season.
something from the manager? If you agree that what he's doing is completely poor management, playing Diallo, who is your best forward last year at wing back, playing Fernando, trying to play this 3-4-3 that he's adamant he's playing, it just doesn't work, and that is poor management. He needs to. It's like Postecoglou. That's what killed him.
Yeah,
he needed to adapt. He didn't,
And also,
he
George,
was done as a manager in the Premier
George,
League.
talking of poor management, he didn't watch any of the penalties. He didn't score.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many.
And the Grimsby game, dominated for 60 minutes by Grimsby, a League Two team. You're Man United.
You know what? fair play to him because he's drowning at the moment. Amorim is. It feels like, if I'm perfectly honest, and this sounds harsh, but it just seems too big for him.
Yeah,
It
he is.
just
Exactly,
seems too big for him.
you see him on the bench last night in the fetal position. I thought, mate, have a fucking word with yourself.
Like the the body language and everything. It just feels like it's. Obviously, I'm a United fan, so I'm going to. But it's like somebody help him out. Like, do you get what I mean? Somebody give the guy a hug. But as a United fan, I'm like, yeah, give him the season.
But look what Thomas
we want to see progress.
done in two games. Like, what you want to waste, you want to burn another year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look how far?
It's what you've did with Ten Hag.
Another year.
With Ten Hag, you burnt. And okay, you won the FA. You should have sacked him in the season you won the FA Cup anyway, well before you did. You burnt the whole season. I know you won the FA Cup at the end of it. Make of that what you will. And then you basically wasted a whole nother season by keeping him for another transfer window, signing his players that he wanted. And now you've done the same with Amorim. He's got an awful record. I mean, I think you did have to give him this summer transfer window, fair enough. But again, it's just a mess. It's a mess from top to bottom, and I don't know if anyone really has the answer.
If you get rolled by Burnley on the weekend, do you think would you want him to stay still? Like, how bad did it have to get for you to go?
Surely you're better off doing it early.
Fuck giving him this season. Like, how bad?
Okay.
If you're 16th, 17th, and relegation looks like a actual possibility, will you go right? Can't wait to the end of the season. We need him gone. Like, if you're 17th for Christmas, do you go? Nah, I can't carry on.
Yeah.
So, God, I mean, I want to back the manager. Like, I want to, but guys, it's a fair question. I don't know what the cutoff point is. As it stands,
17th at Christmas. What do you do?
You get rid.
You have to get rid. Yeah, you have to.
Bottom half of the table at Christmas.
No, that could be an achievement.
That's an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget, 14th is an improvement, right?
Yeah. Look, it's all hypothetical, but ultimately,
it's all hypothetical.
Chelsea would have gone, see you later. Arsenal probably would have gone, see you later. Even though I appreciate where they are, but it's with Man United, you just don't want to churn out another manager, get another manager, because it's not the man. Okay, it is a manager, but it's not, because actually it's a shit team, right? And like you said, you just want to strip it.
No. You know what? No, he doesn't have that excuse anymore.
It's like you want to just
forward lining.
It's like you want to sell the lot of them, burn down Old Trafford, and go, do you know what? We're starting all over again. We're Manchester Reds, totally new franchise, new team, right? Fuck all that, because the place is falling apart. He don't know what he's doing. This guy's just come in and bought a steak, and he's fucking about sacking caterers. Let's just scrap the lot, start again, new team, new name.
Yeah, it is just mad. As somebody who grew up with Man United dominance for like most of their childhood, it's just Man United, Man United. To see the way that they're run now is insane.
If you have young
that holds them back.
If you have young players now, and you go, oh, Man United are knocking, they want to sign you. Most of them will be like, Man United, no thanks, right?
Yeah,
and that's the shame.
That's how you end up with Sesko. Do you know what I mean?
Misco. I mean, nobody's talking about the miss in the last minute.
He looks. I know it's early doors, but he looks pony, and I'm so happy. I'm so smug about that, because it looks like we've dodged a bullet again. It's like Mudryk all over again. It's great.
If he was shooting the bullet, he would have missed. But let me just go back. The problem is, so the age thing comes in. I've supported United pre-Fergie, and what that means is,
you get to watch it black and white.
No,
you're 85.
Fergie was the anomaly, right? The success was the anomaly. In between Busby and outside of Busby and Fergie, we don't win much. 2 managers in over 100 years.
Yeah, you're what? The second most successful team in.
but we
the
don't
country.
win much.
But Ferguson was there for like 45 years,
26
won
years.
20 titles or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
It's actually he was there for like a whole generation, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's
But that's
not
the anomaly,
it's a
right?
bit-
But what I'm saying is, yeah. So to put it
So
simply,
you're fine with that.
pre-season, we were all saying that he needs to get off to a good start, right? We were saying that he really needs a good start, and this is not a good start. So
I
what?
don't know why you bought two number 10. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Especially
care.
if he was
Like,
going to
you
play
need a
man.
keeper, you need a new midfield, you need.
Yeah,
See,
CDM
I think
is the main
you
issue in
don't
that
have a
squad.
defender that's better than a 6 out of 10. There's just so many holes.
But they'll
in
tell you, they got the butcher. They got the butcher pick.
that.
He's
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
That petulant
Mini
little
midget
fucking
back,
squirt.
yeah, at the back, crikey.
Hey, see you outside. Don't say anything against the butcher.
Right. Before it gets lost, we're moving on. Arsenal,
Yeah.
home game, back at the Emirates. You must have loved it. And
Yeah, great.
and at the beginning, Eze coming out.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been going. I've had a season ticket for about. I think this might be my 10th year, and I've seen it before and for other clubs where they announce a new signing, and particularly for Arsenal, it's usually a really underwhelming signing. It's some geezer that barely speaks English that we've got from Villarreal, and they go, "Look, everyone, he's here now," and he just awkwardly goes like that, and then fucks off down the tunnel. That as a introduction, like they removed the cover from the tunnel, so he walked out. The place was going bananas. Like it was really cool. Like it was really, really good. I know Arsenal are guilty of doing some cringe PR,
Cringe.
but it was wicked. Like how can you not love that? He's a boyhood Arsenal fan. Got released at 13. He's worked his bollocks off. He's done really well. He's a really likable guy, and then he's come back to the club, and we've snatched him off Tottenham's plate. Like you know, a couple of days.
The best is
It's quality. I think you all can appreciate. Like if that was your team and that.
Oh yeah, nicking him off Spurs is
And
phenomenal.
the place, the roof came off the place. Like everyone was going nuts, and Eze just couldn't wipe a smile off his face. He was.
the best is hearing the fact that he rang up before signing. He goes, before I signed for Tottenham, Arteta, is there any chance that I can
How do you not love that? Do you know what I mean? Like I say,
Is that actually true?
Apparently so.
but
Apparently
supposedly.
it was getting really close with Tottenham, and I think Arsenal had obviously spoke to him earlier in the summer, like July, and then it got a bit quiet, and he was like, oh. Obviously as a professional, you're like, right, I'll go Tottenham if I have to. It's like Darren Bent, he was a gooner, wasn't he? But yeah, apparently he rang Arteta and said, look, is there any way before I sign this deal that? And Arteta said, I've got a board meeting tomorrow, and we're going to discuss it. And then the next day they were like, right, yeah, we're having you. So it's class.
So, just on Eze, I think as a football fan, I really hope he's a success. Because his story of how he's come back to Arsenal and getting released, and he's gone through the clubs, he's done his time. It's almost like Ian Wright.
Well, it's exactly the same as Ian Wright. 27, joining from Palace. And
yeah, exactly. That's where I was getting to.
Those goals.
And he's a lovely player. And I genuinely think, and I think we said it in the previous podcast, I think Odegaard will need to up his game. This can only help.
He should be dropped. He's useless.
No, that's why I'm saying he needs to up his game.
He's not been good for
a year.
A fair few months.
Football
playing time is probably 6 months he's been off it.
But this is what signing decent players should do. Won't refer back to our earlier conversation.
Yeah, he can't slack, can he?
Raise the standard.
No, look. Last season I moaned about injuries because we were going into Champions League semi-finals with Marino up top.
How long did that take?
On one side and Martinelli on the other, and now we're in a position
Start
where
talking about Arsenal 30 seconds in.
Odegaard, Havertz, and Saka are all injured, and we've got Anfield on the weekend, and I don't care. Like I'm still quite confident. I don't. It's not like I'll write it off. Do you know what I mean? Last year, Saka, Odegaard, Havertz get injured, and you got Anfield on the weekend. We're getting rolled. But
going back to Odegaard, as you say, he does need to up his game. I think one of the reasons why he's getting so much stick is because we've seen what he can do, and it's like, why all of a sudden
we're comparing
are you
him
playing
to himself,
like this?
right? We're comparing him to himself, yeah.
And I think
Absolutely.
hopefully for him, obviously I don't hope this, but hopefully for him, this is a wake up call, right? I do need to pull
Yeah,
my thumb out
definitely.
here.
And do you know what? Oh, going back to the Leeds game, it was a little bit. It kind of picked up where the United game left off in a way. Like it was a little bit started with a good 10 minutes at the start, and then it was kind of drifting. We weren't really doing much, and you can tell that there's still. I know it's only a couple of players we've added to the first 11, but they're quite key areas. The number 6, where Thomas Partey was, and then obviously up top, Havertz would kind of lead the press, drop in, pick the ball up. You can tell that, last season, Ray would have the ball and Partey would have 2 players right on him, glued to him, and he'd still trust him to play it in and turn and find a bit of space and get us moving. Whereas you could tell, like, Zubimendi and Rice are still trying to get on the same page, build
That will take time.
chemistry. And it takes a bit of time, but things did start to click. And actually, when Odegaard went off and Wanyeri came in and went into the hole, we actually looked better. And I think that's a difficult role in football. Like, he was dropping deep, receiving the ball, turning, moving it up the pitch, spraying it out. So that was encouraging. And then obviously, look, we've got Eze, and I think I hope he starts at Anfield. But then,
Who do you think he'll play at Anfield? In behind the striker.
I think. Well, there's talk that Odegaard, because Odegaard went off his shoulder. There's talk he might actually be fit, and I think if he's even 80%, Arteta will want to start him.
Would you want to start him?
It probably makes the most sense. I mean, Eze's just rocked up. He's had a week's worth of training with us. But I mean, look, obviously Saka went off injured again. I don't think that's as bad as. I mean, we won 5-0 and it was good, nice first game of the season at home. But I couldn't help but be a bit gutted when it looked like Saka had a bad one. Sounds like he'll be back just after the international break, which is fine. Might miss one of the 2 games. But
I think this Saka thing's a problem, right? Because it keeps happening.
Well, I don't know if it keeps happening. It happened once. It happened last season. He done his hammy, and now he might miss 1-2 Premier League games. So I'm not going to throw the baby out of the bathwater just yet.
All those Club World Cup injuries, isn't it?
Could be, yeah. I mean, Havertz is definitely a reoccurring one. He got injured, had surgery, came back, wasn't quite fit. Reoccurring injuries often happens. So that Saka got run into the ground. So did Havertz. We had a thin squad. And I would say this season they've been told, like, if you feel anything, come off because we've got the depth. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so who are you playing behind this? Say Saka's out.
Saka is out. I would start, if Odegaard's fit, I'd start Odegaard 10, Eze on the left, Madueke on the right. If Odegaard's not fit, it might work in our favour in a way and force Arteta's hand, and he'll start Eze in a 10, Martinelli on one side, Madueke on the other. Which are both pretty good options. I
feel for Nwaneri because I think he's such a magnificent. I think he's such a good footballer.
I mean, maybe he does that. Wanyeri is class. Maybe starting in the number 10 at Anfield.
It's big, yeah. I can't see Arteta doing it.
I mean, to be honest, if he was ballsy with it, yeah. And Odegaard's not fit. Wanyeri is in the 10, Madueke on the right, Eze on the left, and actually, I think Madueke and Eze, either side, is as good as Saka and Martinelli, almost.
You're better on the left, worse on the right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It gives you some balance still. Do you know what I mean? There's not a huge drop.
I also think Liverpool.
Eze and Madueke is probably better than Martinelli.
Saka Martinelli.
Well, Eze is a lot better than Martinelli, I'd say,
yeah,
but.
Definitely.
Is he off the left? Like he is a 10,
I
really.
think the improvement you get from Eze compared to Martinelli is more significant than the drop off of Saka to Madueke. Do you see what I mean?
But Eze is better in that 10, that's for sure. Like he is better in that 10.
Even if he plays on the left, the way Calafiori pushes right up, he'll be in that hole quite a bit, I'd imagine. But
fullback's the area
I'm going to move on quickly. You're talking about youngsters. Rio.
Well, you're going to bypass Max Dowman coming on at 15 and fucking
and diving.
Rio scored the winner.
A
100th minute. Happy days.
16. He's 16.
17 tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still 16.
Still 16. Happy days.
Look, it's an incredible achievement.
What?
Everyone
it's going back to what you said, George.
But
Liverpool.
Everyone at Chelsea knew he'd be insane. He was literally like,
another baller from Chelsea.
We went to this European tournament went out in the group stages and he won player of the tournament because he was just so much better than everyone else there. Like everyone has known for years that he's going to be class. Unfortunately, for one reason or another, he left us. And look, I mean, you can't hit the ground more running than that, can you? Fucking hell.
Well,
Phenomenal.
it could be another Freddie Makeda. So may that happen.
He's a million times a player, Makeda was. Makeda just had a good moment, but was useless.
Well, this kid's had a good moment. Let's see, but a lovely moment. I'm not happy for him at all.
But it's great to see all these, and yeah, Max Damon, 15,
Esteban,
and it's all these youngsters that are coming and setting it alight, and for them facing, this is what I was saying to someone else, facing 25, 30-year-olds, the fear, there is no fear, right?
They're all exciting players. They're not. Well, I mean, the thing is, because they're so young, they could be exciting for that reason. Maybe it'll get kicked out of them due to how tactical football is. But they're all players that will get you on the edge of your seat. They've all got. They can beat a man. They've got an eye for goal.
They're individuals, aren't they? They're individuals, not.
I just hope. I hope that Arteta, Maresca, and Slot don't stifle the talent of those three youngsters. Personally, because they could be so good to watch.
You've got to manage it as well, because some of the fans, like some of my Arsenal fans, like mates, are going, start down at Anfield. I'm like, are you not well? Like, chill out. No, start at Anfield. He's fucking 15.
Arteta handled it perfectly. You were 4-0 up or whatever it was.
And it wasn't a token gesture. It wasn't 2 minutes. It wasn't bring him on the 88th minute.
Yeah.
We're 3-0 up. Bring him on the 70th minute. Give him 20-minute run out. Let him go. Show what he can do.
Hey, but hasn't he got a revise for his GCSEs this year?
Yeah, he's in.
The kid's going to be busy, right? What were you doing at that age?
Riding a push bike to finger a 4 out of 10.
And you know what?
Thank you. Thank you very much.